Well, look at us. Who would have expected that we would be here after the season that we've had? Not me. But our European form has been exceptional so far this season. So the question now is, can we bring the trophy home? Hello and welcome back to my FM24 save with Everton, the final episode, episode 18. My name is Craig and coming up on today's episode, it is the final match of the series, the Europa League Final. It is the big one, the big match against Napoli, the one we've all been waiting for, because who thought we would have got here after the season that we have had? The roller coaster of emotions, certainly that I've been feeling playing these matches. Now, since you were last with me, we played the final two league games, 2 victories from both of them, including the victory against West Ham, which was the final game, actually, that was played at Goodison Park. I completely forgot. Everton are finishing up at Goodison Park after this season. It's not like we're going to be here next season anyway for the new stadium, which is the Bramley-Moore Docks, if I remember correctly. But it was just nice to finish the season with 2 straight victories, including against Bournemouth in the last game. We finish in 11th place, which actually is not good enough for the board, because they are showing as disappointed that we didn't finish in the top half. I mean, fair enough, we didn't finish top half, fair enough, I can understand that. But they're still giving me a B+ so far as board feedback. But several players have come to me unhappy, including Dwight McNeil, and he's got 2 who agree with him. Who's agreeing with him? Oh, I didn't want to do that. Who are the 2 players who are agreeing with him? Umar Soleil and Joshua Zirkzee, just above my head, that you can see that. And yeah, they're just not happy that we didn't finish in the top half. Boys, just go and enjoy your Europa League final. It's not like I'm going to be here next season to fix it anyway, so good luck to you after this match. And speaking of this match, we are going to reveal, well, I've already revealed who the starting 11 is, but I'm just going to go through them quickly. It is Bijlow in goal, a back 4 of Udogie, Branthwaite, Soleil and Patterson. Branthwaite getting the nod ahead of Kalulu after his heroics in the semi-final second leg. Dewsbury Hall and Garner in midfield. Dewsbury Hall is in for the now injured Doucouré, who's out for another 2 weeks. He pulled a calf muscle in the win against Bournemouth. And Kangin Lee on the left wing, Lamar on the right wing, Zirkzee and Broja, the 2 strikers up front. I would have played Lamar on the left wing, but I think, where is he? Correa. Yeah, Correa, he took a knock against Bournemouth, but he should be okay from the bench. Also, where is he? Simeone, he did actually score a goal in the last match, so his goal drought is over, thankfully, at the right time. As for Napoli, how did they finish the season? So they finished in 4th. Okay, so they're going into the Champions League next season. They don't need this. They haven't even finished the season. Hang on a minute. Hold on. So have they secured? Oh, they have secured. Yeah, they can only finish as high as 3rd. They will go into the Champions League next season. And they've been on an indifferent run, actually. They've drawn their last 3 league games all in a row. So hopefully they were just distracted because of this match, but it means it's put them in slightly worse form than us. I suppose we're about to find out. I also did mention in the last episode that we have actually beaten Napoli in the league phase of the Europa League this season, albeit it was 2-1. It was a very, very close match. Napoli did have their chances, but at the same time, you know what, that is probably still a strong squad. There's just a few names there that I don't actually recognise, but at the end of the day, we're playing a Napoli side who not only have been Serie A champions, but also are in the Europa League final anyway. Hang on a minute, so Osimhen's not starting. I just clocked that. Osimhen is not actually starting. Dewsbury Hall shoots over the bar. If he could have just got that on target, I think that would have been an excellent goal for us. So where is Osimhen? There he is. He is on the bench. Did he play at the weekend then? Is that why he's not starting this match? Because otherwise I'm very confused as to why you wouldn't start what I would assume would be your starting striker. I mean, we know Osimhen, he does score in Europe. He scored for Napoli in the semi-finals in the first leg, I believed. So, interesting to see if he's just tired. Oh, good grief. I mean, it's the last game of the series anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Lamar is off and on comes Correa. He will play on the right wing. Correa, it's been very hit and miss in the last few months, so Lamar not being on is a big miss for us. He is the sort of player that I'd look to in a match like this for a big moment. Branthwaite, I'd rather the ball at his head, not at his feet. Ambrosia gets the goal. Then it's disallowed. Never mind. We don't even get a replay of that. That must have been how cut and dry it was. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Short corner. It happened so fast. Patterson did get the shot off, but it was saved. Oh, no, it wasn't saved. It hit the post. And somehow we have not taken the lead in this match. We've certainly deserved it so far. Let's have a look at the match stats here. 5 shots, 0 on target. That's probably why we're not in the lead. We need the ball in the back of the net and actually counting. Let's pump some fists. Time for everyone to dig in. Actually, I'll say, didn't Broja's shot that... I mean, his goal was disallowed, so that would have been offside. Oh, sorry, that would have been a goal on target. Oh, sorry, a shot on target. I can't get my words out at the moment. Broja's shot was on target. So I'm actually surprised that didn't count. Interesting. Xerxes with the ball in the middle. Play it over. There you go. There is Correa. Play the ball through. Patterson. Now play it into Broja. Never mind. Patterson has just scored. It is his 5th goal of the season. He has been an absolute revelation in that inverted wing-back role. And it has just paid off again there. Correa with the assist. He clearly heard what I said. He's got a point to prove. And Patterson right through the middle. Beautiful finish, actually, into the top corner. The keeper wasn't getting anywhere near that. And that has given us the lead after 51 minutes. Fantastic stuff. We continue the pressure. Throwing into Correa. And Correa! Yeah, he's heard me. He's heard me and he's got a point to prove. He wants to bring that European trophy home. He wants to bring home the Europa League to, I was about to say to Goodison Park. It'll be at the new stadium. Absolutely fantastic. These players clearly want to see Champions League football at Bramley Moor Docks next season. I'm just going to say it right now, even if we do win this match, then I'm still not going to bring it back for next season. This is the end of the series. The whole point of the series was to get Everton. Bijlow did well to pluck that out of the air. The whole point was to get Everton into Europe in the first place. We did that after season 1. We got the FA Cup as well. I mean, a second trophy in Europe would be fantastic and would be a great way to sign off this season. Especially as I don't think I could really rebuild this squad. Well, I say rebuild. Try and improve this squad and have another go in the Premier League, because it's just been so frustrating watching this team in the Premier League, as that's just really, really poor. I'm going to blame... Who's this guy? Is that Branthwaite, who just stood there, by the way? I can't even click on him. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to do this. Right, that was Branthwaite who just let him go. That was poor. Branthwaite should have got goal side of him and just stopped that ball. That's really disappointing. Back to 2-1, and that's actually how the match finished originally in January. Let's just have a look, see who we need to bring off. Correa is shattered, and he's the substitute. Well, that's really great, isn't it? McNeil is going to come on for Kang-in Lee. Yeah, I'm not particularly comfortable with... Actually, I'll tell you what, we're going to bring Soleil off. Actually, no, Soleil and Branthwaite can't... Branthwaite and Kalulu cannot really play well together. I'm just going to leave those two alone. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to make any more changes. I'm not going to disrupt that harmony at the moment. Garner with the free kick. Trying to find Branthwaite, but it was just cleared. As far as Garner plays the ball in, and it is just cleared out. And oh my gosh, they are on the break. Oh, well done, Soleil. Oh no, ref, come on. Oh my god, what did he do? Referee, that wasn't even a proper foul by the looks of it. Broja is going to have to be sacrificed here. Xerxes is going to be the one up front. And we have no choice but to bring Kalulu on. Just, what was that tackle? Patterson is going to come back on a support duty. That's the only changes we're going to make for the moment. And we're now up against it for the last, how long of this game? 10 minutes? Goodness me, the lads We'll do very, very well to hold on from here, and we've got about 5 minutes left. We are going to make the final substitutions. Garner is going to go off for Makuta. Oh, you are kidding me. Oh no, I should have made all the changes. There's no more. I can't do any more stoppages. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to just hold on, lads. We are just going to have to hold on. Right. It is stoppage time now. 6 minutes. Good God, it's out of my hands now. It is completely out of my hands. Oh no, it is a corner. Please. Oh my God, their keeper got a head on it as well. Just waste all the time down. Everything just wasted. We will do very well to hold on here. Woohoo! We breathe. Everton have achieved. This is an underdog story. I consider it a little bit of an underdog story because Napoli had the momentum in the last part of the match. We went down to 10 men and we've just walked away with the Europa League. We have won a European trophy to close out this series, and Bramley Moordocks will be welcoming Champions League football next season. I stand by what I said earlier in the match. We are not coming back for the next season. This is the end of the series. We end it here. But what a way to end it. Drama right at the end. Lamar getting injured and then Soleil getting off for no idea what. What a win. But all is forgiven. All is forgiven because we have won the Europa League, and that is absolutely massive for this club. Yeah, that's fine. Just go invest. Lamar, 7.37 million. It's not Champions League money, but they'll be getting that next season, so it doesn't really matter. The board are happy with the Europa League win. You weren't happy with me not getting into the top half of the Premier League, so I tell you what, doesn't matter. I'm out of here. We are going to continue on a little bit, and I am just going to wait for the season review where we will wrap things up with the end of season stuff. Just before I hit the record button for this section of the video, I did just get the achievement on Steam for Everton scoring the most set pieces in the league in a season. It pretty much confirms that we're very good at set pieces. I probably should have focused on those more throughout the 2 seasons I've been here. But as you can see, this is now the season review, and look at that trophy. Oh, Europa League. I mean, 2 trophies in 2 seasons and bring back European football to Goodison Park. Now the Bramley Moors next season. Absolute success. Star signing has been Joshua Zirkzee. 22 goal contributions in 48 appearances. Most of those in the second half of the season. He took a while to settle, but eventually when he did, he has been true quality. We're pretty happy I signed him. £45 million well spent, especially with Champions League money coming in next season. Thomas Lemar, I would also argue the same. And Umar Saleh, despite the fact he got sent off in the Europa League Final, still a worthwhile signing. But shout out as well to Broja and Kangin Lee. They made the difference in the second half of the season. The board are not happy about us getting him for apparently what? That money? Yeah, terrible value for money. Get out of here, board. You don't know what you're talking about. In the Premier League, we finished 11th. The board wanted us to record a top half finish, so they are disappointed. Whatever. You'll trade that in for a Europa League success, so don't act like you're that disappointed, board. We filled out 95% of our stadium. Obviously, we're moving to a new one next season, or they will be under a new manager. Simeone, the top scorer, with 11 goals. Europa League, we won the whole thing. As you just saw, the whole thing won. As you can see, we beat Napoli 2-1 twice. Very nice. Not even at home. We didn't play them at home once. And it was looking a bit dicey after these 3 losses, but other than that, we got it all together. Very, very happy. The FA Cup, we got knocked out in the semi-finals by Championship Sheffield United. You know what? We won the trophy last season. It's fine. Carabao Cup, demolished by Manchester United, and we lost in the Community Shield because nobody cares about that, really. Biggest wins, 7-1 against KLC Genk. That was in a previous episode on our way to the final. Everton beat Manchester City 2-0 in a match to remember. That was the start of the 4-2-4, by the way, that we were using for the rest of this second season. That's what prompted me to just stay with it. Goal of the season was by Lamar against Brighton. I don't remember that, although that was back in February, earlier in the season anyway. The club reputation is still 3.5 stars, and the sponsorship down. Oh, sorry, the annual revenue is down in sponsorship, not by much, and broadcast revenue, that will change with Champions League football next season for them, and corporate and hospitality competition prize money, obviously, and matchday commercial are all up. Competition prize money, of course, the vast majority of that will be the Europa League run. Oh, and the shirts. Who's the top shirt seller? Lamar. Then Correa, Xerxes, McNeil, and Dewsbury Hall. Makes sense. The best 11 throughout the season. Bijlow in goal. I agree with that. With Udogie, Branthwaite, Solé, and Patterson in defence. If Kalulu goes in there, I'm not too disappointed. Dewsbury Hall and Garner in midfield. Lamar on the left wing. Correa on the right wing. Xerxes and Simeone up front. Simeone, yeah, for the most part, he's the top scorer. But I'd also argue Broja as well from what I've seen. And generally, I've not actually won anything individually, except for the 23-24 Northwest Football Awards Manager of the Season. It's what we always dreamed of. So that has been the season review and the dynamic timeline. I mean, some people have said it's better this year than in FM23. Personally, whatever. I don't really read it too much. But that has been Everton. Overall, the season has been a success. The whole series has been a success. We got Everton back into Europe, and we got Everton a trophy as well to finish things off. And that's all I could really ask of this squad, especially how frustrating it has been in the Premier League. But Europe, absolute quality. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for your support on this series. If you have enjoyed this episode, and if you've enjoyed the series as a whole, make sure you hit the like button down below, smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss upcoming videos, such as Premier League half-time report that will be coming up, I'm hoping by the end of this week if you're watching this video as it comes out. Thank you all once again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.